My name is Tiffany Vega Gibson, and I am a performing arts producer and arts administrator. I have been producing theater and dance and music for about 10 years. I have a bachelor's degree in theater performance from the University of Maryland College Park and an MFA in theater management and producing from Columbia University. And so I have an online course called The Business of the Performing Arts. And it actually is a series of 5 courses. The reason why I am teaching these courses is because so many artists do not have a knowledge of the business behind what we do. In what other industry would you enter and not know the business of what you're doing? And so many artists feel like they just need to focus on the art, and yes, that is important. But in order to create your art, you need to know how to actually create it. And I don't just mean creatively, I mean, what are the details that go into you being in a room? Because so much happens before you even enter into the room. I usually enter into a project about a year before I even start working on it. And that's really important for you to know. I also believe that artists need to know the business of the performing arts in order to not only protect themselves financially, but also to just protect the integrity of their work. So the classes are copyright law and intellectual property. And that course goes into the details of what is copyright law and what is intellectual property. So I call it protect your work and don't get sued. And that's really important as an artist to know what do you do to legally protect your work and how to not steal work from other artists. Another course I have is performing arts contracts. And that's a really heavy course, but it's really important because I go over in great detail various contracts that exist in performing arts, in particular employment contracts. So I go over a typical contract you would have for a performer, for instance, as well as a licensing agreement, which is what you would use if you were licensing the work from a playwright. I also have templates for every single one of these contracts, so you don't have to do all the work. Another class that I have is production budgets. And similar with my contract course, I also include templates of all the budgets that I use to produce. I go through in great detail how to create a production budget, what you need to have in there, what does everything mean, as well as how to use Microsoft Excel and particular formulas. Not only will it save your life in creating production budgets, but it also will save your life in working with Microsoft Excel in general. Another class that I have is called How Nonprofit Arts Organizations Work. And this is great for individuals who are interested in a career in arts administration and aren't quite sure yet if they want to do that. In this course, I teach you how arts nonprofits work. So we look at what is earned versus unearned income, also known as contributed income. We learn the different leadership structures that exist in nonprofit arts organizations and various other terms that you should know when working the nonprofit arts sector. The final class that I have is called Personal Budgeting and Finance for the Artist. And that's really important because I have a budget template for you to create your personal budget. And I also show you how you should budget your own personal finances. And that's so important as an artist because so many people don't enter into the arts sector because they don't believe that they can actually have a career doing this. And I'm telling you that you can if only you manage your finances correctly. So I talk about how to manage your finances as well as what a 1099 is and how to file your taxes at the end of the year. The great news is that each class is only $50 and you can find the link right here. However, you can purchase all 5 classes for only $200. So that means that you get one class for free. So I highly suggest that. The great thing about this as well is that you can take the class on your own time whenever you want. So you can take each class individually or you can take them all together. So many artists tell me that they do not need to know the business of the performing arts because that's what they have me for, me being a producer. But you know what? I'm really nice. And there's a lot of not nice people out there who would take advantage of you if you do not know the business side of our industry. So please, take my courses and learn more about the business of the performing arts.